Hi, this is Cheryl Hayes. I am going to be doing my video breakdown of physical activity improving executive functioning behaviors in Montessori children ages 3 to 12 by Melissa Patton and Amanda Bowden, both students at St. Catherine University. They are pursuing, or at the time of the paper, pursuing their Masters of Arts in Education. So, this study includes students in urban Montessori classrooms, ages 3 to 12. I think that the researchers are conducting the study to see if purposeful physical activity can help to increase focus and engagement of students. The specific population and location, I believe, was chosen because of Dr. Maria Montessori's philosophy. Further down in the paper, she's quoted as saying, "One of the most important practical aspects of our method has been to make the training of the muscles enter into the very life of the children so that it is intimately connected with their daily activities. Education in movement is thus fully incorporated into the education of the child's personality. Everybody admits that a child must be constantly on the move." So, being that that's kind of the philosophy, focus, and structure of Montessori schools, I think that's why they chose that location. And the ages, the younger the learner, the more chance you have of encouraging engagement and focus with the physical movement. Key terms and words that are mentioned: aerobic exercise, physical activity, executive function, cognition, children, concentration, focus, purposeful movement, and Montessori are a few of those. So I'm just going to point out executive function, which refers to the intellectual processes necessary for goal-directed cognition and behavior, which develop across childhood and adolescence. All right, so now getting into chapter 2. So the primary theories and concepts are that focused, structured physical movement will help to improve the executive function skills and development of children and lead to academically successful children who are able to self-regulate and absorb information. So the three resources that I feel really did a good job of showing some evidence-based practices are first Albert Bandura. So Albert Bandura's social cognitive theory of self-regulation. He defined self-regulation as the child's ability to learn independently, self-direct, and think critically while learning. Perfect. That great way to start the literature review, I believe. It just really shows that the theorists are backing this up. So the second one that I wanted to mention is at the end of the second paragraph here. The Montessori environment is designed to allow freedom of movement and choice, which requires many executive functioning skills. So it mentions that when the child moves freely around the classroom, they have to use an approach that inhibits and helps them to resist distractions. So it's teaching them really good skills that will follow them throughout life. And the third one is down here. The development of executive control, especially the ability to focus and sustain attention, is key to other important developments. Lillard, 2017. That also, I believe, kind of backs up their literature and focus. I didn't really see any holes. I feel that the researchers included evidence-based practices and ideas from theorists such as Albert Bandura. They focused on Dr. Maria Montessori and the philosophy and theory behind the fact that specific movements and a structured physical activity can help to really engage and focus students. Chapter 3, down here. So there was the use of qualitative and quantitative instruments. The research was conducted in 2 different regions, one public Montessori school in Maryland and a Montessori-inspired preschool in Denver, Colorado. And they were both in urban settings with children 4th to 6th grade in Maryland and 3 to 5-year-old in Denver, Colorado. So materials, they weren't really listed, but they mention assessments and checklists and observation tallies and such. So the procedure, so they have to participate in whole group movement lessons with different themes each week of the 6-week study period. They used pre-dialogue interviews through post-study satisfaction surveys. Every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, 2 times per week for the 6 weeks, the observation was done in 5-minute increments, and it was a tally of the number of students on task and the number of students off task. The physical activity was done prior to classroom activities. The researchers evaluated each child's development, and they started with a baseline of a pre-assessment, and they followed through with a post-assessment that was recorded prior to and after. So, as I mentioned, there was the use of qualitative and quantitative data. There were 7 data collection tools. There were 4 tools used to gather the qualitative data, including the pre- and post-assessments, pre-dialogue tool, post-satisfaction survey, and the observation tallies. So, yeah, so that's it. And since I am pressed on time here, it was just a fabulous paper. I really enjoyed reading it. Thank you.